Hey guys, it's Kayla the Appy Vegan. It's probably been about a year since I made a video, and let me tell you why. I'll give you a short version. Yes, my legs are still cured from aquagenic pruritus. I have no itching anymore. Ever since I started taking out the dairy, taking out meat, no more itching. It's the best thing in the world. But in January of this year, 2015, I came off of a horse and landed my leg on a fence. It was bruised. It wasn't a big deal. It hurt. Well, 3 weeks after that, a huge infection developed. And by I mean huge, I mean flesh-eating bacteria. Like my leg ended up being like this, and I thought I was just going in for surgery to remove the hematoma. It turns out 2 months later they let me out of the hospital. So I spent 2 weeks in the local hospital and then 5 weeks at a much larger hospital about an hour away. And 13 surgeries later, I still have my leg. And I'm going to make another video specifically about what happened, but I'm just trying to give you a shorter version. I didn't eat. They threatened to put me on a feeding tube because I wouldn't eat in the hospital. They were pretty accommodating to, I don't want dairy, I don't want animal foods, but it was really difficult for them. They wanted, you need protein to heal. So I found a dietitian in the hospital and talked to them specifically. They said, average, you need about 25 grams of protein a day on a normal basis. Since I was recovering from something so horrific, I needed about 125 grams of protein a day. So what I got her to do was, she actually bought me a bunch of health juice drinks. They had Ensure, but since it was dairy, I really didn't want it. So she found me some that were juice instead of milk product. And it worked out very well. They even brought me soy milk and all sorts of things in the hospital. Some of the best vegetarian burgers I've ever had were actually in the hospital. That's pretty bad. So I went in the hospital in February, got out April. From April to now, it's almost October. It's the very end of September. I'm still struggling with my leg. I went a couple months of therapy. I was on a walker, and I went to a cane, and I'm just getting where I don't need the cane. So it's pretty difficult, but like I said, I'll make a whole video on that. Well, one of the reasons when I was in the hospital from so much medication, a ridiculous amount of medication. Now, I have mixed views. I actually would have died without this medication. So, as much as I don't like medicine, don't like having to take things, I legitimately would have died. And after they decided, oh, you're going to live, they said, but you're probably going to lose your leg. I need that. I know, people with prosthetics do great, but I really fought them. And they were able to save my leg. It took a while. It did a lot of damage to it, but I still have it. So, very thankful for that. On so much medication, they had me on about 6 different antibiotics because nothing was taking the infection away. They had me on ridiculous amounts of pain medication. I've never taken a pain pill in my life. I have now taken everything. They had me on, I don't even know. I always take about 7 medicines a day, not including the antibiotics and pain pills. So they put so much stuff into my system. After they blew my body up with water, basically, I have tons of stretch marks, which I'll show you guys next video. And I was probably about 40 pounds over my regular weight. My weight I have been is about 150. They had me about 190. And it was just in water weight. And my thighs were huge. My arms were huge. I have stretch marks everywhere. I've never had a child. I look like I've had twins. So, they did that. Well, when I got out of the hospital, back home, and started weaning off of this medicine, that medicine, what it did to my hair, it's really sad. I'll show you actually. Everybody's used to me having, long hair, and now I look like a little crazy person. It's okay. This is all I have. It's no longer falling out. This is actually coming back in. All this up here is new, that's why it's hanging down. But this is it. I mean, all my blonde long locks are gone. It's a little, like, 2-inch rat tail in the back. So, my hat's my best friend right now. At first I was really upset about losing my hair. It was just coming out in handfuls. I go to brush it, just pulled out like there was no tomorrow. And probably did it for about 4 or 5 weeks. And the more I started eating, I still didn't have a appetite when I got out of the hospital. They actually had to give me something in the hospital to force me to eat. I just wasn't hungry. When your body's fighting off stuff like that, you're not hungry. But it's really important to eat so your body can heal itself. So they'd actually put me on a medication to increase my appetite. Started eating again. When I got home, I went off that medication. Kind of stopped eating for a few weeks. Then forced myself to eat. Now, it hasn't been the greatest. It's mostly been processed foods, honestly. Since they were still hell-bent on me eating so much protein, I have a lot of, like, vegetarian, vegan sausages, and I even had hot dogs, vegetarian hot dogs, which they're pretty good. I think I'll do a food review. Burgers, ground beef, all vegetarian stuff, but a lot of processed foods. So that led me back into, it made me want whole foods more when I was eating all this processed stuff. And I was like, can you just give me a bowl of strawberries? That's what I want. Just give me fruit. Well, so we're getting back there. My hair's no longer flat. I mean, not even like one strand is coming out. I've been using, since I've been out of the hospital, no, as bad as it sounds, remember that if I'm in there for 2 months, I'm in a bed 2 months, did not get up out of bed, could not get out of bed, couldn't wash my hair. Like, the nurses can take care of your body. They, do their little, like, sponge baths, things like that, but you couldn't wash my hair, and my hair was probably about down to my bra straps. So, it was tons of hair. It was disgusting. I was out of it. I didn't notice, didn't care. They had me on so many medications that I just slept most of the time anyway. But, so, my hair wasn't washed for 2 months. And I think it actually did really good, minus the whole hair falling out thing, once I got home. My hair is very, very soft now. There's not much of it, but it is very soft. I started using, someone gave me a bottle. When I first got out of the hospital, I used regular shampoo conditioner like I've always done. But someone gave me a bottle of Wen. W-E-N, it's like this big. It's a cleansing conditioner. And the first week I used it, I probably washed my hair 4 times that week. It didn't feel clean, it felt oily. Yeah, I just dealt with it. My hair was nasty for 2 months, so what's a few more days? But after probably about a week and a half, it started getting real clean, but would stay real soft. So I guess maybe it was working with the natural oils in my hair. I don't know. My little bit of hair. Oh, it's wonderful. It dries so fast, so much faster than 1.5 foot of hair. Thinking about keeping it this short, maybe. We'll see. So, this is where I've been. That's what I've been doing. Still recovering this time. So I'm going to make a video with pictures of my leg. Kind of gross. But with pictures of my leg and more specific to that whole situation. This is just, I'm here. I'm still alive. Barely. But I'm still alive. And I want to let you know what we've been doing. My weight is actually down a little. When I was in the hospital, after they blew me up full of water, when I lost the water and lack of eating, I think I was 125 pounds. And, 3 weeks of eating normal, it went right back up to 145. I think right now I'm staying between 145 and 150. I still would like to be in the, 120 area, but healthy. When I was down to excuse me. When I was down to 125, I was so skinny fat, it wasn't even funny. My saddlebags weren't full anymore. They were just scarred up, stretch marked, loose skin. It was nasty. Now they're kind of filled back in, so it's okay. But what I'm trying to do now, fitness-wise, I can't do much. I can't run. I don't have the great balance. Like, I can't stand on my left leg for more than 3 seconds. And I'm having trouble with my ankle in general. So, this is after physical therapy's done. No more of that. So, what I'm trying to do is some yoga. Yoga's hard. I used to not think it was, and I did it, and it's hard. But I'm trying to do some yoga to stretch out the back of that leg, because it's having a lot of trouble. So, if I can do 20 minutes of yoga twice a week, I'm happy with that. I get out there and walk, just while I'm doing stuff around the yard, walk the dog, things like that. So I'm walking around. It's a little uneven, a little odd, but I'm moving. I'm physically moving. So I'm okay with that. So I'm trying to incorporate like 2 days of just 20-30 minutes of yoga. And I would like to start riding my bike again. But I feel right now, if I were to be on my bike and lose my balance to the left, I would just fall down. I don't think I can put my leg out and catch myself. I think it would give, and I would just fall down and probably hurt myself. So I'm going to wait a little while on that until I think I can actually control my leg a little better. But okay, sorry this video is getting so long. Just want to update you guys, let you know I'm still here, and I'll be making some more videos soon for you, especially about my leg, about the itching that's no longer there. I would love to hear if you guys are. I know a lot of people tried taking out the meat and dairy to see if their legs stopped itching. Please let me know if it works, because if it is, this is something that I'll be happy to put out there and share, because if you have it, you know how horrible it really is. So, alright, well guys, hope you have a great rest of your day, and